Justifying corporate social responsibility in international business. Corporate social responsibility has received more press in recent years as communication in business has expanded globally. The United Nations has defined CSR to include 4 areas. The areas are human rights, the environment, labor standards, and anti-corruption. Companies around the world have taken on these areas to differing levels. It does beg the question of, does a company's focus on CSR represent a point of advantage over others, or just the price of admission to compete in business? While it is moving to be more of a standard, currently there are companies that are showing they can make it an advantage by being a responsible corporate citizen. The companies that have made it an advantage for themselves have incorporated CSR into everything the company does at all levels within the company. The employees live CSR every day. In the modern era of accountability on social, in addition to traditional financial metrics, companies must reevaluate their strategy for dealing with issues affecting customers, shareholders, and the public alike. Jeffers points to the potential savings a company can achieve by limiting waste and trimming inefficiencies. Short of simply increasing product prices, the easiest way to increase gross profit margin is to reduce costs by trimming unnecessary expenses. Milne and Gray report on the system of triple bottom line accounting and the Global Reporting Initiative to report socially beneficial activities to consumers and shareholders. The authors conclude that triple bottom line accounting system, which annotates social and environmental costs in addition to the standard monetary costs on a financial statement, really just encourage the company to simply change the way they account for socially unacceptable behaviors instead of actually changing them. Varjevan looks at the causative factors of the U.S. Great Recession and its profound effect on modern economics and business. One of Varjevan's major points is the United States' inability to establish any meaningful policy on environmental issues and climate change. Overall, the authors point to ways for companies to capitalize on socially acceptable behaviors to increase competitiveness in the marketplace. Tesla Motors is a Palo Alto, California electric vehicle manufacturer founded in 2003. The company's 2010 initial public offering was extremely successful, and the company has grown to employ almost 6,000 employees with a market capitalization of close to $25 billion. The company was started with the intent of marketing an all-electric, high-end sports car, which it released in 2009. The Tesla Roadster paired the body of a Lotus Elise with the instant torque of an all-electric drivetrain. The next organically produced vehicle was the Model S, currently in production with over 25,000 delivered to date. Model S demand continues to soar in the United States and abroad. Tesla has also delved into licensing propulsion systems to other manufacturers such as the all-electric variant Toyota RAV4. The company is currently in the design phase of a crossover SUV and a more economical sedan. Tesla Motors focuses its corporate social responsibility emphasis on the actual product and production instead of highlighting employee volunteer efforts, donations to nonprofits, or other causes. Since Tesla is arguably the definition of corporate social responsibility, they keep the emphasis where it benefits their bottom line the most. Tesla highlights their positive environmental impact, including vehicle use, since all models run exclusively on electricity, including emphasis on solar energy, production of the components in renewable energy-powered factories, and recycling of used vehicles, thus eliminating waste. The safety program for Tesla focuses on consumer acceptance of the vehicles, including a voluntary safety enhancement due to fire scares, even after federal regulators reaffirmed the car's 5-star safety rating. Finally, Tesla has worked to keep jobs in the U.S. to the max extent possible, preventing the offshoring of U.S. manufacturing jobs. Utilizing high-tech production processes, Tesla has kept this American company in the U.S. Subaru is the automotive branch of Fuji Heavy Industries. They started making cars in the 1950s in response to the Japanese government's call for a people's car. Since that time, they have continued to build niche vehicles as they moved into other markets around the world. Their vehicles are known for their four-wheel drive systems for a vehicle that can go into many environments at a price that is reasonable. Since their vehicles are known to take people anywhere, they have also had a strong focus on the environment. Subaru has a two-part CSR policy. They cover a large scope of topics. The policy is listed below. Number 1. We respect the laws and regulations, human rights, international standards of behavior, and the rights and morals of stakeholders under the Corporate Code of Conduct of Fuji Heavy Industries. Number 2. We become involved as a corporate citizen in addressing social issues facing society today. A big part of Subaru's CSR plan has focused on the environment. They had a goal to create the first zero landfill automotive plant. They succeeded in that goal by focusing on a motto of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Their plant in Lafayette, Indiana is a zero landfill plant, and the grounds have been designated a wildlife habitat. Their reuse of the styrofoam used to package transmissions from Japan saves the company $1.3 million per year. It was a suggestion of one of their factory workers to reuse the packaging. They have also been able to influence others in their industry. A group close to Subaru is their dealer network. Subaru has put in programs that encourage the dealers to increase their green presence. Some of the dealers have put in water reclamation car wash systems. They have also influenced other manufacturers to change the way they are building cars. Honda has followed suit in developing a zero landfill plant. Others have built more energy-efficient buildings with green roofs. Carlson Companies is among America's largest private companies in the hotel, restaurant, and travel industries, operating in over 160 countries with more than 178,000 employees. The company is internationally known for its philanthropy efforts, as well as its strong commitment to the communities it serves. Carlson Companies has long been involved in philanthropy through its Carlson Family Foundation, which was established in 1950. With investments in education, mentoring, children and youth at risk, and youth mentoring, the foundation actively participates in strong and healthy communities and a competitive workforce. In addition, the company is most notably known for its participation in the prevention and intervention of sex trafficking. In 2004, Carlson Companies became the first major North American travel and tourism company to sign the Code of Conduct for Companies in the Travel and Tourism Industry, a voluntary commitment for travel and tourism companies to pledge their aid in combating human trafficking and child exploitation. By pushing forward the investment in Costa Rica, where child sex trafficking is an extensive problem, Carlson has become a leader in combating child sexual exploitation, training every new staff how to recognize and report on child sex tourism, along with providing refresher training annually. The company's management believed that by empowering hotel employees to monitor and act against the exploitation of children in Carlson hotels, this would have a spillover effect, thus benefiting the community that the employees belong to. The company's chair at that time, Marilyn Carson Nelson, was also a frequent speaker on the topic, sharing Carlson's experience in engaging against human trafficking. By committing to the code and making great efforts to promote corporate social responsibility, the company became a positive role model in the hotel and travel industry. In 2013, Carlson became the first company to receive the Presidential Award for extraordinary efforts to combat trafficking in persons, having been widely praised for its demonstrated commitment and corporate leadership in combating modern slavery through the adoption and promotion of business practices that seek to protect victims of human trafficking, as well as the development of proactive measures to train employees and encourage its partners and the broader business community to take a stand against human trafficking. Daimler is a successful German automaker who owns the globally recognized brand Mercedes-Benz. The company is known for its stellar corporate social responsibility reputation, its efficient products and sustainability efforts, and its luxurious brand made specifically for the premier audience. Daimler ranks number 5 on the Reputation Institute's list of companies with the best corporate social responsibility reputations. In addition, Daimler excels in its sustainability efforts through the online publication of CSR activities, innovation of green products, and collaboration with key stakeholders to improve upon environmental responsibilities from a global viewpoint. Daimler's social responsibility is expressed through its support of local community projects, give-back campaigns, donations from sales, investments in cleaner technology, and more. They have also recently innovated and introduced to the market an efficient product called Car2Go. It is a convenient way to get around the city with an environmentally friendly, low-emission electric vehicle that you can rent daily or even join an affordable monthly membership. From these efforts, they have achieved many successes within the past few years especially. In their sustainability report from 2012, key financials show increases in revenue and operating profit year over year, and total energy consumption, water consumption, wastewater, and CO2 levels have all decreased from 2007. In addition, the corporate profile of Daimler has shown very positive for stakeholders, employees, and consumers. Their close interactions with stakeholders through global dialogue sessions create new and innovative sustainability efforts that ultimately benefit the company in addition to the environment. All four companies displayed a competitive advantage through their successful sustainability efforts and their positive brand reputation formed from their CSR activities. Subaru and Carlson Company have both committed to a code of conduct that communicates their value of laws and regulations to consumers and stakeholders, which ultimately contributes to their already positive brand reputation. Also, Subaru and Daimler produce annual sustainability reports that are beneficial to corporate management, stakeholders, and consumers. It is a critical analysis tool to show the combination of environmental efforts, key financials, and results compared year over year. Producing these reports can provide the justification needed to support environmental efforts. Each of these companies were able to cut costs through their environmental initiatives. Cutting costs allows companies to continue with their CSR activities without a short-term return on investment. Most companies will not produce an ROI on environmental activities for many years, if ever. Through the analysis of the four companies' cases, we see that every company differs in how it defines and implements corporate social responsibility. They all have different messages, goals, and strategies. These differences depend on factors such as the specific company's size, the particular industry involved, the firm's business culture, stakeholder demands, and how historically progressive the company is in engaging in corporate social responsibility. However, the main similarity among these cases is that the corporate social responsibility strategies is strongly aligned with the company's corporate objectives and core competencies. The examples of four companies in this research have also proved that corporate social responsibility can generate many long-term benefits of cost effectiveness. First, companies considered socially responsible often have positive brand image, thus they can attract more consumers, capital, and trading partners, and in turn increase their revenues. Second, socially responsible companies have less risk of negative social events that will damage their image and cost millions of dollars due to litigation or advertising campaigns to build back customer trust. Third, some companies with socially responsible initiatives can dramatically reduce operating costs. Last, companies perceived to have a strong corporate social responsibility commitment often have a strong ability to attract and retain employees, which leads to reduced turnover, recruitment, and training costs.